Okay, so we discussed the change that we're doing and just the format of how we're going to enter it in the hub. And now let's take a look at how we're going to enter it differently as far as by vendor. So we'll go into our job. Always go in through the job. Sample job 3. I'm going to go down to the equipment. So like I mentioned, the Cielo and the Tally equipment is going to be handled a little differently. I'm going to go ahead and for the radios, I'm going to go ahead and assign Cielo at this stage. And this is we're assigning Site 1. You could do it by initialize task, or you could assign it this way. I guess it was Site 5, excuse me. We're going to assign Cielo as the vendor, and we're making the order today, and we're actually starting the order today, and the lead time is significant. We're going to get it sometime in January. We'll say the second week in January, and we'll go ahead and save that. This all looks very familiar to you because we've just generated a draft purchase request. Remember that? We're going to go up to the hub. This is the main page of the hub. Go down to purchase requests to be generated. If I was going to do all the radios and all the Cielo equipment right now, like always, I would select script number 1 because that's going to create one purchase order for all the Cielo equipment. Now, there's a good chance that we had already had a big, huge order ahead of time that wasn't broken out by site. It's not a problem. If that's the case, we're going to go ahead and we're not going to generate the site at this generate the purchase request at this time. We're going to reference that initial purchase order. So this is a little different. I'm going back into the hub and back into our job. So let's say Steve already ordered, $500,000 worth of radios, and now we are going to parcel it out basically by site, and it's simple enough. So the purchase request is already in the way I always tell you not to put it in. But it could be a blanket purchase order that was entered this way, and there would be a purchase order number that we would reference. I'll go ahead and just say sample I'm just going to go ahead and just create the bare bones of this one. This is, for Cielo. Oops, I did it again. And this is for sample job 3. And that's fine, it's CIC, sample job 3. And we'll say it's microwave radios. Good. I'm on the laptop, so I'm a person that needs a mouse. Okay. and we would have our description of the particular type of antenna it is. We'll just find one off the bottom here as an example, or radio. But there could be like 20 of these, let's say, for a bunch of sites on this initial order. Just entering all the particulars. Obviously with equipment, we would have a place that we're shipping it to. Generally, it's been the Tally warehouse in New Jersey, where we're doing all the kitting, even for the CLO equipment. They're helping us out there, and they're including that with the kit that's going out to the site. So I'm going to just go ahead and save this. And this created the purchase request. And so when I go back into the site, on all those subsequent site orders for CLO, I'm going to reference that. And at the end, it should match up with your blanket PO that you sent to CLO. And if it doesn't, you have a problem. You have to go back and find your error. So we'll go ahead and do that. Going in my job again. It's just good to, I'm just doing this over and over and over, and you'll see there's just kind of a flow to things as you learn how to navigate through the hub. You just kind of go in the same ways each time. Okay, so now I'm in one site. I'm in, it should be site 5. I think I named it site 1, but it's site 5. And I'm going to now assign this piece of a radio, this radio equipment, to that master PO that we created. So I'm actually in the task. I'm going to edit, and this will look familiar to you. This is what I tell you how not to do it normally, because it's when a purchase order has been sent out and then you have to connect sites. This is the one time that you'll probably do it this way. Not necessarily, but good likelihood. Okay, so there's our radio. We're going to select that, and then you just save. The nice thing about this is, one thing, if you wanted to, you could bill out the radios incrementally to your customer as you pay CLO. You can actually enter in here in percentage manually, percentage complete. Let's say we wanted to bill out half, a quarter of this antenna's cost to the customer with our markup to the customer as we send our payments to Cielo. And we do this on all the sites and all the antennas, and come up with an invoice to the customer for that. In this instance, we're getting 50% up front. We're not going to worry about that. But the nice thing is, on this actual finish date, you'll complete this when that site's completed. So everything on the site's working fine. It's like a no-brainer. You come in there. It's you know, several months away. It's in January. End up finishing it on January 22nd. You complete it, save it, and you're done. And you can go ahead and pay that last tranche to Cielo, and you could go ahead and invoice the customer. Okay, and so we'll go through the Tally equipment on the next video. Thank you.